Now that we have successfully installed um, the Python language and we have also successfully installed the PyCharm, I've introduced you to some fundamentals and syntax in Python language. So today we are going to look at them practically using the PyCharm interface, which is the IDE. The first thing we are going to look at is syntax. And after that, we'll look at some of the other things that are here, and then we'll move on. So let's look at them practically. Now, this is the IDE that we install. This is the PyCharm that we install, which we are going to use to communicate with the Python world. And I told you in my one of my lectures, I explained the interpreter to you. So looking at this platform as you are seeing it, this is very a beautiful opportunity for you to be able to understand the real concept of how this world is operating. So this PyCharm is going to enable us carry out our request, and then we'll see the output instantly. So just imagine it to be the way we speak in the physical world. What do? You say something and then immediately the thing manifests. For example, if I hold this bottle of water, I can say, hold this for me, and the bottle of water will suspend in the air. But if I try that now, it's going to fall. Why? Because there is a certain level of degree of understanding that I need to possess in order for me to be able to do that. Now, that kind of experience is what I want to show us, make us feel using this PyCharm, which is this IDE platform, to communicate with the Python world. So I will say something on the screen, and then immediately you will see the output. I explained this to you when I explained the interpreter. I told you that behind the scene there is the interpreter, which is more or less like the spirit that you are going to call to carry out whatever instruction that you give with what you say with your mouth. So we'll write down something, and then when we give the command, the interpreter will carry it out and we'll see the output instantly. That is what this will enable us see. Now, Python has two mode of operation. There is the interactive mode, and then there is the script mode. The interactive mode is like you having somebody in front of you, and then you are doing one-on-one communication. You speak, the person will listen to you and then respond, and then you listen and you respond. That is interactive mode. The script mode, you can see it as maybe you are living with somebody in the house, and then you want the person to do something for you, but the person is not in. So you write down the instruction of what you want in a note and keep it on the table. So when the person comes in, he looks at the instruction and then begins to carry out everything that you've asked the person to do. That is the script mode. So we are going to write a program, we will save it, and then we will execute it. Then the first method would be the interactive mode. As you type, you will see the output coming out. So those are the two modes we will use to explain some of these fundamentals of Python today. So let's get right in. Now, this is the IDE, as I've said. This, when you install the IDE, you were seeing it created the main.py, and this is that main.py, but I'm not going to execute it. So what I want to show you now is following the syntax. The first thing that we saw there was the syntax. Now, the Python syntax defines a set of rules that are used to create a Python program. That is what the Python syntax does. So we are going to, first and foremost, we are going to look at the interactive mode. And what I would do right now is I will make the console come up. To make the interactive mode come out, just like I did with my CMD, when I did this and I type CMD and I press enter, now I can do this. I can do this, which this is the interactive mode. I type anything and you see, but I don't want to use this one. I want to use the interactive mode in the PyCharm console. So I'm going to exit this. I'm going to exit that. So to bring out that of PyCharm, you are going to click on View. Then you click on Tools and Windows. You just move in here and you click on Python console. Okay, so this is the Python console that I'm going to use for my interactive mode. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I will print the very common first type of program that is done in every programming language, Hello World. So I'm going to print Hello World on the screen, and then you will see how it's going to come out. Now, here I will call the print function. Print, then put it in parentheses, and type Hello World. So now, what am I doing? I am calling a print function. This is a print function. This print is a function that I'm calling. And I'm going to instruct print to print out whatever it is that I put inside this parentheses. Now, what I have inside this parentheses is a parameter. You can see this double quote. So whatever is inside this double quote will be printed out. So looking at this double quote, this side and this side, so hello world will be printed on the screen for me to see. Now, what I'm asking the system to do is, the moment I write this, I am going to call the interpreter, but you will not see it. I have explained this in my last class. So I'm giving this instruction to the interpreter, and instantly I'm going to see the output. That is what will happen. So the moment I do this and I press enter, so you can see, instantly you see it coming out, and then it's going back to the prompt again. So I said print hello world, and then it brought this out. So this is the interactive mode. I am now going to use the second mode, which is the script mode, where I will write and then you will see it appear on the screen. So to do that, I'm going to create a file. I will create a file and I will write my script inside the file, and then I will click on the execute button to execute it. So that is the script mode. I can either save it somewhere else and then run it. So this is the interactive mode. Anything I type here, I can come here and say 3 plus 5 plus 6, enter. So it's going to give me the answer. This is interactive. So I type something and then you see it coming out. So, but I want to use the script mode now. So I will come here, right click here on this Python project, click on new, click on file. So I'm going to give it a file name, first program. So first program.py. Python extension is .py. So the moment I do this, I've created a file. Now that is the file, firstprogram.py. So it has given me this, which I'm going to use to execute. I will write my script here, and then I will click on the execute button. This one was the interactive mode. This is the script mode. Now in this one, I'm just going to do the same thing, call the print function, and then open the parentheses, put my double quote, and type hello world. So that is what I have. Now, the moment I click on this execute button, execute first program, it's going to display it here. All right, so it has removed that console, which was interactive mode, and then is now displaying it for me. So what happened here is that I call a print function. I'm still going to explain this to you. I call a print function, and I supply this parameter to the print function. So I am now instructing the interpreter to go ahead and show me whatever it is that is in this parenthesis on my output. So this print function is a function that you call, that is in Python, that you call to enable you display something on the screen. That is what this print function is. So the moment I call this print function and I open the parentheses, I put something inside. So I'm instructing the interpreter to help display what I have inside this parenthesis on the screen for me, which is what you are seeing here. So I say something and immediately you see the manifestation. So I'm saying something here and then you are seeing the manifestation here, which is my screen. This hello world is coming up on my screen. Now, between this print hello world and this hello world that you are seeing, this is the input that I'm putting here, and then this is the output that you are seeing here. So input, process, output. The process is that the interpreter has gone ahead to carry out all this process to give me this output. As we go on, I'm going to explain more and more how these processes takes place. So these are the two things I wanted to show you today, which is what? The interactive mode and the script mode. I've shown you the interactive mode using my console, and now I'm showing you the script mode where I have this first program.py saved. Look at the part where it is saved. This is the part. Is in C, used as John, Python project, Python project. This is where it is saved on my computer. So I can go there and see it. So all these files are there. You can run any of them. So this is my first program.py that I've created. And then I did this. So we are going to use this method for now. We are going to use this script mode to display everything that we want on this screen.